This is logged in on November 25th, 2023, Eastern Standard Time. Sensitive material has been breached and it is now in front of the public. This is very sensitive documentation and the world will be in total chaos if leaked, and it is now leaked. All of it. Not one document, all of it. Place of exploitation, forbidden knowledge television. This must be stopped.
All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge, on a pop-up podcast weekend with Dani, Henderson, and we're gonna have a good one today. What's going on, Dani?
Hi, Billy. It's Billy Carson, everybody. I am so excited, Billy. I run the greatest disclosure event on earth, as you know. This will now be your second or third one, but you're coming to England, and we need to land that point. Anyone that wants to meet the great Billy Carson and David Icke and Kathy O'Brien and so many other great people, which we'll come to, this is the podcast to watch, to get the links, to get the tickets, to get it all. So I'm so happy to be here, Billy.
Oh, yeah, this is amazing. And I got to tell you, I came to your first conference, I think it was North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was amazing. The people were so incredible, so receptive. What a great, great crowd. And the lineup you had there was impeccable. What an amazing lineup. And then I spoke for you again somewhere. Where were we?
You know, I keep losing track because we did one in England last year. I mean, we've been doing the Galactic Spiritual Informers Conference, which we call it GSIC for short, GSIC. We do it every year. We've been doing 2 a year because disclosure is the most important thing. And people have to see who are the speakers landing the uncensored disclosure with their proof, with their evidence, because anyone can stand on stage and tell a story, but you have to bring the receipts, as people in America love to say now. So it is the most successful disclosure conference on the planet for reasons such as Billy Carson speaking there.
It's an honor. It's an honor. And I'm really excited about this one. I'm really excited about this event because I'll be speaking on stage with David Icke, the living legend.
I know.
And you put that together.
I did.
You did that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, my pleasure, my honor. Do you know, he's so humble. Here's an example of the great Icke, okay? He's been speaking into the wind for 36 years. He's been telling everybody on earth. And the sad thing is that there are people that only remember a time when he was misconstrued by saying, I am the son of God. He never said that. So I did a broadcast with him on my channel, Dani Henderson on YouTube, which I invite people to subscribe to have a look at that, where he's explaining what that was. Because some people only hang on to the last thing they heard about someone. So if it was negative or it was pompous or ridiculous, they tend to gossip into the field because that's how we're schooled and programmed from birth to now. But the other day, yesterday, he messaged me. It was his birthday the other day. And I said, happy birthday, darling David. We're broadcasting next week, him and I, again on my channel. Can't wait to see you. So proud of you. Thanks for being on the planet the same as me. And he wrote back, he went, hi, Dani, can't wait to see you. I'm working through all my birthday messages. That's what makes a legend. A man or a woman that will take the time to recognize the people that support them. So all of his thousands of birthday messages he got, he's taking the time to respond to them because he gets it. It's the people first, right?
Yeah. Great human being. David Icke has been such an inspiration for me for decades. You know, I first remember seeing him on a YouTube video many, many years ago, probably almost 20 years ago. And he was just riveting. You know, he just came with the real knowledge, the raw, uncut knowledge. And he delivered it in a way that really made you think and begin to ask questions about the nature of reality. And I started looking and digging into his knowledge and the information that he had dropped on stage. And I was blown away to find out that everything he was saying pretty much aligned with my vibration, what I was thinking, and also things that I didn't even know existed. And he took me down the rabbit hole of, like, you know, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group, and all these other little secret societies. he inspired me to do deeper research into those topics. And just reading his books and watching him over the years just move audiences and wake massive amounts of people up.
Oh, yeah.
It's just been amazing to watch. And then I had the privilege of doing a podcast with him years ago, virtually. And then he came on one of my online workshops and he taught for 4 hours on one of my online classes. I couldn't believe he went that long. And then I gave him a Conscious Award for Disclosure for Humanity in 2023. He couldn't be here in America to accept it, but he made a very nice, beautiful video acceptance, and I shipped him his award to where he lives. And he's just been a great ally ever since. Just a great human being.
I know, he's wonderful. And then you and I and David Icke and Praveen Mohan, Tony Rodriguez, JP, Kathy O'Brien, Max Lowe and Nikki Allen, Guy Anderson, who's the Tartaria genius of our time. I hope I got everyone there. We all did a round table together and David was there and it was so special, wasn't it? We just did that the other week.
Yeah, that was really good. And let's talk a little bit about some of the guests we have there. Praveen Mohan, what an incredible talent he is. He is an incredible talent. I've been following Praveen for years, and I finally got a chance to meet him for the very first time at your event.
Yeah.
In North Carolina. Yeah.
You know, and he's such a beautiful, peaceful man, and he's so animated when he goes into the ancient temples, and he takes a picture of something hidden in a dark corner that hasn't been revealed for thousands of years. Then he brings it to life and he creates the dancing. And what we've been learning from Praveen Mohan is how much former technology we've had for all of these years. And the AI dancing is very important because when the objects show up out of the dark, the way that him and his team do it, and I've met them all, I went to Thailand with them in December, just gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you get to see that he is showing and exhibiting ancient technology wrapped around these beings etched in these Hindu temples across the world. And they're projecting and showing the ancient Vimyanas, the flying machines, the breathing apparatus that we've been told the ancients weren't intelligent. What a nonsense. And that is why I do Galactic Spiritual Informers, for that very reason, to bring all the truth directly onto the platform with people like you, David Icke, Praveen Mohan, and others.
Yeah. What I like about Praveen is that he is a field researcher. He gets out there in the field. He goes to the sites. He spends his energy, takes his time, does his research, and he's a great storyteller. So he expands your mind through visual knowledge and also spoken knowledge. He combines those two together. Because a lot of people out there are visual learners. And so when he does what you said, he animates these ancient temples, he animates these ancient hieroglyphs and so forth. And then it expands the mind immediately. You get to really see what potentially might have been, the things that they've been hiding from us, the things that we haven't figured out yet, the things that we've been overlooking that have been right in front of our faces. It's all been right there. And he does such a great job in exposing those truths. And again, just taking us out to these sites. And now he's even taking people to the sites with him, which is really amazing. I didn't know you went with him. That's great.
I did. And he's got this, if anybody ever wants to hang out with a group of Indians, it is one of the funniest things ever. Their humor is beyond. It's just beyond. And they're so lovely. And, he is a proper Hindu monk. I mean, he wears these suits online and his T-shirts and stuff, but he really is a very devoted Hindu. And himself, the most intelligent, the funniest, the most loving, because he's devoted to humanity, knowing the truth that people like the Smithsonians and other horrendous organizations and the Vatican that have kept our knowledge. It's ours. It belongs to us, humanity. So he is such an honorable person. I can't wait for him to get back on that stage in England in September.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Again, I get to hang out with him again. I'm looking forward. I want to do a tour with Praveen in the future. I had talked to him briefly about it on WhatsApp. I want to book a tour with him where him and I kind of collaborate and do a tour. I had asked him about maybe India, but we'll find somewhere to go. In 2027, I'm going to manifest that Praveen and I will do a tour somewhere in the world, and we'll bring people with us somewhere. We don't know where it's going to be yet, but we're going to do it.
That's going to be so much fun with you two. I'm coming.
Oh yeah, come on, you got to be there. You have to be there. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I'm going to put up the image, and I'm dropping a link, everyone, in the live chat. Those of you who are just catching up with us, we're talking about this amazing event coming up, and it's going to be in the UK. It's coming up this September, and I'm going to share the website with you shortly. But it's going to be in Eastbourne, England, September 10th through the 12th. You don't want to miss it. It's an amazing lineup, incredible talent, incredible knowledge, and even people that are real whistleblowers, real, true whistleblowers.
Yep.
Especially the young woman from that has exposed the Vatican. What's her name again?
Max Lowen. Max Lowen was born into a high diplomatic family, but her uncle, a satanic, would take her to Italy every year. And what that woman has witnessed under the Vatican, how she's even alive, mentally stable. She's now a psychotherapist. She is incredible. My conferences are uncensored, and we bring the evidence. And Max Lowen just stands head and shoulders above so many people, because it's all right telling a story, but you've got to bring your proof. No more of these full 1,000 speakers at a conference. People want details. They want proof.
Yeah, yeah. They want the proof. They want the real people, the real whistleblowers. And you've done it again, Dani. I don't know how you put this together, but you put together an incredible lineup of incredible talent. And her story, when I heard her on stage speaking the last time we were together, it just got me kind of teary-eyed. It just blew me away, the amount of torture and trauma that woman had to survive.
Yeah.
And to be able to then be strong enough to speak out about it. Wow. Just incredible.
Yeah. And look at that. 3 days, only £270, an experience like no other. 3 mega legends: David Icke, Billy Carson. I can never say your name normally. I always go, Billy Carson, and Praveen Mohan. Yeah, it's so exciting.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really excited for this. I'm looking forward to coming back to England, and I'm going to take some time and go to the Lot Tower, and go around and travel around. I may even see if I can get a ride out to the Ashmolean Museum in Oxford, England, and go visit the Sumerian Kings list again.
Yes.
And then ride over to the British Museum and go visit the Sumerian tablets again, make a big round of it.
It's amazing. And also, people don't realize that when you get to England, France and Italy and Germany, Europe is an hour away, 1 hour. And you can go by train from London. This is the massive thing about anyone coming to England. And there's so much nonsense going on. Oh, England's being taken over. No, it's not. It's a design program to keep people from traveling. It's an absolute nonsense.
Yeah, yeah. That's going to be amazing. Everyone, if you're listening, if you have relatives, friends, or if you are in somewhere in the UK, even if you're in America and you just want to take the trip, come on over with me. I'm heading over. We're going to cross the pond, and we're going to head out there, and we're going to have a great show. It'll be the show of a lifetime, because how many times can you say that you can work with David Icke, the living legend?
Yeah.
One thing about this life is that tomorrow's never guaranteed. We've had a lot of the greats, a lot of the wisdom keepers have left us within the last 3 years. Even I died in 2024. I was fortunate enough to make it back, and I'm not even considered to be an ancestor or wisdom keeper yet, right? But the point that I'm making is, he's dedicated the majority of his life now to doing this, and but every single moment that goes by, Father Time catches up with us, and Father Time has never lost a battle. I guarantee you that. So when we have these people here, we have to celebrate them. We have to embrace them. We have to support them. And whether I was speaking on stage or not, I would still hop on a plane and fly to sit down and watch David Icke, because he deserves the support. He deserves the attention. He deserves the praise for all the work he's done, the countless books, over 20 books that he's published on these topics. He's educated and woken up literally potentially billions of people on earth. And that type of effort, that monumentous effort for humanity, is rare. And so I want to be there to honor him, not just to be on stage with him, but to actually sit in his presence and be honored by being there, just to be around a person that has that much positive vibration and energy. It can't help but to rub off on me. and then all the other talented speakers that we have there, like Praveen, Mohan, and also JP is going to be there now, right?
Yep, JP, the great the great American military soldier who has exposed that we have, the American military have many different craft, anti-gravity, reverse engineered craft that gets to the moon in 10 minutes because NASA lied. And we bring that proof. We bring Tony Rodriguez. Well, we can go through the website if you want. Yeah. We can show each of the incredible speakers there. We may not be able to hear the music, but there's beautiful music, very dramatic music that plays through this great website that we have.
All right. Can you see it?
I can see it. I can't hear the music though, but that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
the truth they tried to hide. There's you and David. What two massive banging headliners right there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm so honored. Yeah. I'm so honored to be a part of this. Yeah.
And then here we have the temples, the pyramids, the ancient civilization information with Praveen Mohan, for example. Here we have the MK Ultra information delivered that Kathy O'Brien survived abuse by the Bush administration at the highest level. She was used as a sex toy. She was MK Ultra'd into a slave and a spy, and her story is just beyond. Again, her and David Icke are good friends. They can't wait to see each other. They too have been friends for the last 30 odd years and doing the same job, putting truth into the field. Wow,
amazing. Amazing.
And then the secret space program, which is the craft that we saw. Now, every single GSIC event I've ever held across the world, we've always had spacecraft show up. We don't know what's going to happen at the next one, but there are 2 nights that are free that are attached to the ticket for people there for the 3 days. On one of the nights, we're going out to the beach. We're going to sit on the ancient lawn. We're going to have sacred instruments for those that are interested in that and drumming. And we're just going to connect on a heart-to-heart level. And we're going to see what kind of craft goes over. Last year in May, a year ago, we saw a massive TR-9, a huge advanced military craft driven by humans, not aliens, because 50% of the craft we see in the sky, Billy, as you know, is bloody man-made. It's military. It's all part of the program, the full screen Project Bluebeam. But we bring men, JP and Tony Rodriguez, who've actually flown in them. There's you, David Icke again, Kathy O'Brien, Praveen Mohan, Tony Rodriguez, JP. Then we have the lovely Nikki Allen. Oh, didn't we have so much fun with her in North Carolina?
Yeah, she's so funny. She's incredible. Yeah.
So we're doing a special night. Her, Kathy O'Brien above, and Nikki Allen and me. We all lost our husbands, sadly, in very awful ways. But we all saw their souls leave. So we're going to be sharing on the first evening. People go for dinner at 6. They can come back at 8. They can hang out with us, those that want to have that kind of spiritual connection, because this is for everyone on every level. And so we're going to do an evening where Nikki's going to do a beautiful meditation. Kathy's going to be there sharing her life story. I'm going to share some of my paranormal experiences. Then next to her, we can see Max Lowen and Guy Anderson, the guy in the glasses. What a scholar. What an incredible man. I did a drop on my channel last week where he's exposing 700 years of missing history. That was the Black Africans that came into Europe, sophisticated Europe, because Europe was not doing well. It was governed by the Roman Catholics, or the Roman Empire, and they kept the people dumbed down. The Moors come in and they took over education, schooling. Women were treated properly at that time. So we're putting back into the field between all of our speakers here the reality that was taken from us. Guy Anderson and Tartaria, the history of Tartaria, the Tatars, or ancient Siberia, as it's also known. He's there to bring all that back to. He's incredible.
Wow. Yeah, this is going to be amazing. Everyone, if you're listening, the website's been dropped in the live chat many times. You can click that link and you can go ahead and register to come to this event. Also, please share that link with friends and family, other people you feel might be interested in. If you can't make it, what you can do to support us is post this information on your social media. Maybe someone else that knows you, that lives over there, or that is interested in flying over to that area from wherever they are in the world, they may see that link on your post, and you can support by simply sharing the link, which doesn't cost you any money at all. So share that link. It's also in the caption of this video. I'm really looking forward to this amazing event. You just brought up some great information about the ancient cultures and the Moors coming over. I'm sitting in that presentation. I want to hear more about that. I mean, the guy really is a scholar.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah. And of course, the courage he has to have to speak out on a topic like that, which is not going to be a very popular topic, saying that Africans came to a European area and then had to educate the people, is not a popular topic. So hats off to him for having the courage to talk about that, and to be strong enough and to be educated enough and done the research to come to the conclusion and to bring that to humanity so we can get the story right. That's amazing.
It is amazing. And look at how the Black people have been treated ever since. Look at the genocide of Africa. You know, that was the hand of the Roman Empire that didn't go anywhere. It just went underground. You know, and we're seeing it, we're exposing it. Everyone has put themselves on the line because the fear has gone. It is time for truth. Our brothers and our sisters of every nation, station, religion, wherever they are, they deserve the honor of knowing the reality of this planet. And that is why I, Dani Henderson, work so hard, forge forward, bring people like you and David Icke and Praveen together, because I know, and I'm also guided, like, who are the greats, the humble people that will put the truth back into the field. You know, we're a piece of code in this false simulation matrix. We've all got to come together, and people need to understand their input, their energy field is needed. We're all a part of the puzzle. Love wins when love rises. That's why we got to come together. Stop being fearful. Live your life. Stop listening to lies about what's happening in the world. Get to an event like this. Be part of the frequency. That's what I call footing math. Happens all the time, but I'm fine with it. Yeah, be part of, this is the awakening for all. Don't just sit back and be a quiet passenger. There's going to be a time during the 3 days over the weekend in the theater where we are going to allow and invite people to tell their stories. People get married at my events. They create massive WhatsApp global groups because people are lonely. They're like, where do I go for people like me? And for those that really can't come, you can live stream. I'll be putting those details out soon. But there's nothing like being there in person, is there, Billy?
No, it's nothing like it. It's just like going to an ancient site. You can see it on Google, you can see it on a documentary, but until you show up in person, you can't really express or take in the magnificence and the way that your events are done, and the way that the knowledge is put forth, and the courage and the strength of the people that you have on stage. You just got to be there. It's incredible. It puts an imprint, a stamp imprint on your mind. And that's why after I did the first one with you, I knew that I would love to work with you again. The way that you treat your speakers is second to none. First of all, let me tell you that right now. The way that you treat the speakers, the way that you take care of us, the way that you make sure we've got something to eat, the way you make sure we've got the right, the right lodging and everything else, the support that you bring behind us, and you hold our hands every step of the way. You take a lot of the stress and the worry about the little things away from us so we can just do what we do. And that's a special gift. So thank you as well.
Thank you. I have a beautiful team, as you know, Amanda and Jeff and everybody, and Renee. And it is a full production. We do put on a production. One of the things I love the most about my GSIC, about the Galactic Spiritual Informers Connection, is the dancing. So we put music on, we raise the roof, and people come and they go, Dani, I only ever dance at your conferences. So like for a minute and a half, we'll put on a banging song and I'll come down the aisle and everyone's up. And I'm like, if not now, when are you going to rise frequency? When are you going to feel that room? of energy. It's just banging. It's just so fantastic. All have been over these many years now of me doing this, and I couldn't be more honored that you said yes to us again, Billy Carson.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to bring some real knowledge. I'm also going to bring a preview of one of my brand new docuseries and let the people get a first glance at something that no one else has ever seen. No one else had seen it until it's shown at your event.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Yeah. And that's the key as well. Most of the speakers bring a first. They bring it the first time ever. So it's never been seen. They have an idea of what each speaker can bring and present to a point, but we leave the magic for that definite stage.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm looking forward to even just getting to know them a little bit better, spending more time with like JP. JP is a cool guy, you know, former military. His stories about the top secret black budget projects and the UFOs and the things that he was privy to was just still mind-boggling. I mean, it really is amazing.
Because he collapses everything. The American military are so aware that the Grand Canyon is full of Egyptian temples. They're all named after Egyptian gods and goddesses. There is so much treasure, gold, artifacts. There's a room in the canyon, a cave that you go in, and there are countless 9-foot, 10-foot giants in sarcophagi that have been carved into a wall. The American military went there. That's how we found out about it. There is an inner earth civilization. There are many. The American military have connection. It's called the Ant Kingdom. You should hear his talk on the Ant Kingdom. What about the oceans? What about the giant space arcs in the oceans? They're all coming online. And for those that have never heard this kind of information, my channel and my conferences, that's where else you're going to hear the bits that you don't get on Billy Carson's channel, because we can't all individually do everything. And that's why I bring all the best people together, because we've got to have this information. It's ours. This is your planet, my planet, our planet. We deserve to know everything that's going on.
Yep, you're damn right. It's our birthright, and so we deserve it. That's why we have to take back control of this planet. And we do that by collaboration over competition. We got to get out of this competitive mindset, move into the collaboration mindset. They want us to compete against each other and fight each other nonstop. We got to put down those divide and conquer tactics, and we got to focus on bringing as much truth as possible, bringing unity and bringing collaboration. And when we do that, we'll organize. And when we organize enough, then we'll be able to put an end to their reign. Their reign is coming to an end. It's the beginning of a new age.
It really is. You know, and you are someone that puts it where you mean it, because you just said again, you know, collaboration over competition. And when before I met you and I used to watch you, like, you're one of literally the most famous people across America and other areas in the world that talks about the forbidden knowledge. You've worked so long on this situation. And then when I did approach you, you were straight away, yes. Once you looked at my work and the conferences, you were like, yes, yes, yes. And there is proof there that people like you, David Icke, Praveen Mohan, and the others I mentioned, their ego doesn't exist because their heart and soul is aligned to truth for their brothers and their sisters. That is how you know also someone's telling the truth. It's not just about them being famous or celebrity. I am absolutely turned off by those people, not interested. Bye-bye there. You know, it is time to land everything and give everything to the beautiful people. Now, we all between us, we give thousands of hours a year for free on our channels. Of course, you have to pay to come to a conference, but have you ever seen one so cheap? Those tickets, are you having a laugh, mate? 270 quid for 3 days and 2 nights with people like you and David Icke and Praveen and JP and Tony Rodriguez. It's insane.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You've done something special. You've built something amazing over the years. This isn't anything new. You've been building this for quite some time. And the saying goes, build it and they will come. And they are coming to your events because your events are second to none. These are the greatest lineups, the greatest exposure, the greatest disclosures going on right now. And again, you have done such a great job in facilitating this in a way that you make it it's just so easy for not only the people coming, but also the speakers. And I'm really honored and pleased to be a part of this. And I definitely also want to collaborate this video to your YouTube account so it can be on both at the same time.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Thanks,
definitely.
Billy.
No problem. Thank you. Tell everyone where they can find you one more time.
GalacticSpiritualinformers.com. That's it. GalacticSpiritualinformers.com. Or as you can see there under Billy, it says GSIC 2026. You can just put that in and our website will come up. But GalacticSpiritualinformers.com. Can't wait to see you all there. Much love.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing. I dropped a link in the live chat many times. It's also in the caption of this video. Dani Henderson, everyone. She's amazing. She's a phenomenal conference holder, and she's also part of the disclosure and education and knowledge as well. She is forbidden knowledge.
Except I've got no secrets, darling. I tell it all.
That's right. Okay, Dani, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on and such short notice as well.
Yeah, I know. We had 10 minutes, but I made it. Thanks so much.
Thank you. See you later.
See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.